this thing live? Let me get this off. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I am, of course, Phil Better. Welcome back to another amazing show. It's going to be a little hard because I can't use my mic, but my mouse. But anyways, don't worry, people. It is a hot one here in Montreal, Canada. If you don't know, it's like 7,000 degrees and the sun won't quit. But I am, of course, your host with the most, Phil Better. You guys are listening to the Phil Better Show, and this week we're talking a whole bunch of movie news and stuff. But basically, we're going to talk about the movie KingPin. Great movie. But before I do anything of that, let's bring in our regular, our co-host with the most, who has so many nicknames, I don't know what to call him anymore. Let's bring him on. But Al, there we go. How are you doing, beautiful? AKA J-Lo's next bae. How you doing?
J-Lo.
You calling her out? She's a beautiful woman, no doubt about it.
Yeah, but for 50 plus year old, actually, what 51, 52?
Something
Man.
like that, yeah.
But hey, what's up, everybody?
So Al, how have you been since last week?
Been doing all right. Just enjoying the nice weather. I don't think it's that hot compared with your I could maybe because I'm wearing a tank top and I'm just comfortable and stuff like that. But I'm totally chill with the weather.
Of course you are. I'm a white man that deserves to be in the cold. But anyways, we're gonna bring in another white man who has a cold. Actually, look at that segue, like a proper, presentator or something. I don't know. Bring him in here, my boy, all the way from jolly old English. Hold on.
Okay, Phil's gone. Okay, so I'm the new host.
I don't know who can do this properly.
All right, so welcome to the Al, aka J-Lo's next Bay show. But no, without further introduction, let me introduce to you, Aaron. Aaron, say what's up, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
How you been doing? How you been doing?
I don't know what happened there. I am so sorry. I thank you, Al, for being an amazing co-host and handling that. But yes, Aaron talks film, my boy from jolly old England. Tell us, Aaron, how's it going?
Yeah, it was fine until this morning. I woke up this morning with a very bad head cold, or man flu, I suppose, is the proper term for it. I feel rough, but absolutely nothing can stop me from coming on here and joining you guys, because as I said last time, it's an absolute privilege. So I'm here ready to go and talk nonsense.
You look good for a sick person.
I know.
If you didn't tell me anything, or I wouldn't have guessed that you were sick. But you look great. So maybe you should just keep that as your kind of
secret weapon. Your secret weapon is to stay sick, Aaron. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, it's like Phoebe Buffay's cold singing voice, where she's very good at singing when she has a cold, and I just look extremely sexy when I'm ill.
French reference, yay!
I'm a nerd.
I love Friends.
Hold on. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. First off, we'll throw you down there. Then we take you and put you over here. There we go.
It's like a freak. It's like.
Listen, I'm doing this without a mouse, so I'm using a trackpad. I'm not a trackpad person. Anyways, we're any pop culture news that you guys want to talk about?
I've got loads.
Aaron, because you're the resident pop culture nerd here, and I appreciate you all the time giving us the up-to-dates. If you want, listen to his go watch his YouTube channel. He has thousands of great videos where he talks about movies and pop culture shit. I'm horrible at promoting, apparently. So, Aaron, what do you want to talk about?
I'm exactly the same. Don't worry. When people say, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel," what is it? Yes, Aaron talks films. What's it about? Movies.
It's in the name. Aaron talks film.
Yeah, I wanted it to be Aaron talks movies, but there wasn't enough characters on Twitter to change it, so I had to do Aaron talks. Yeah, it was one letter shy. It was a long time ago. I'm not sure if it's changed since, but I couldn't. There wasn't enough room for movies, so I had to put films, and it bugs me to this day because I want it to be movies, but I can't change it now because.
But you're British, so films sound more elegant, and since you're British, just movies sound like North American, but films they sound elegant, and you know what you're talking about. I think even though you're talking about pop culture movies.
With the word film though, it sounds very professional. Like I know what I'm talking about, and I really don't.
Well, you do. Hey, listen, if Tucker Carlson can be considered authority, you can be one who talks about films. Okay, you're our generation's, Bert and Siskel and Ebert, if you will. Like you can be our generation.
That is really deep. Like Siskel and Ebert, that's like what, 20 years ago?
20, 30 years ago. I don't know. People. I thought I was going to be, but I just can be a person that talks a lot, and that's all I'll ever be.
You have a good voice for radio, though. So
Jesus,
I keep telling you that. I
know that's why I'm doing podcasting, ladies and gentlemen, live streaming. Even though we have one. Hi to the one person who's watching. Did you say something? If you want to comment, please comment. We love you.
I mean, the voice is great. I'm not sure what's going on here, Phil, but we can work on that. There's
the Amish look has just trim.
Listen, no, I need it to grow out a bit more. There's a reason why it's growing out. It's you'll see.
Well, I think the reason is probably the same with me. I'm growing this mustache, which I really do not like, but this is my quarantine mustache.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty much it. Once I get my vaccine, and some money to pay someone who knows how to take care of a beard, I'm going to get it taken.
Same here. A vaccine, and when life gets easier and more normal, this is when the money shot is gonna go poof.
I'm working on my body. I've shed a lot of weight. I'm down 70 pounds. So
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you. And I'm starving myself every day.
That's healthy.
Someone said no. I'm not starving myself. I do intermittent fasting and have good healthy meals.
Mm-hmm.
I fast between breakfast and lunch.
Same here.
To each their own. So Aaron, let's get some. Thank you so much for the love, ladies and gentlemen, for throwing that like button down. Who can I see who did it? Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. He is an amazing host of a horror themed podcast and live stream. So thank you very much for the love, brother. But so let's go into the news, Aaron. I wish I had like some button that could go news shit. But Aaron, what's some pop culture news that we should be on our radar this week?
Yeah, I actually want to do that with my YouTube channel. I wanted to make news videos, but I need a good kind of logo. But yeah, Black Adam has started filming yesterday, I believe. Mm-hmm. The Rock put a post on Instagram of one of the clappers with Black Adam emblazoned all across it, and it looks pretty impressive. But yeah, day one, it's underway, and it started filming at last after, I think he got cast in maybe 2010, around that sort of time.
When they started the Dark Universe.
The kind of Man of Steel universe. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was cast all the way back then, because there was rumors at first.
It was Shazam. When Shazam was cast, he was like weeks or a month later, he was cast.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been so nearly 11 years now, and they're finally getting around to filming. So that's great news. And as we all know, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is probably the hardest working man in Hollywood. So this movie will be filmed within a week, I suppose.
3 weeks. Let's go. He's not Black Adam yet. But yeah, no, he's the hardest working man, and it's insane how much work he puts into the fucking movie industry. Like,
anything he touches is just
he has the Midas touch right now.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Literally anything he does. I think I saw once his schedule, just what he does within a 24-hour period.
It's scary.
I could not do that in a month. It is scary. Like, I'm not a fit man by any stretch of the imagination, but he's just crazy the way he does things. So yeah, if this movie is not 100% golden, I don't know what it is going to be, because
this movie, because The Rock's attached to it, The Rock's going to make it. He's going to make sure that it's 100% gold. Mm-hmm. Because it's his brand. Like, this is his chance to do a superhero movie, which is the hottest property right now. Is a superhero movie. 10
years ago, but yeah, like, no, it still is. Like, the superhero train is still.
You are very welcome, Aaron. You are always a pleasure. I love listening to your podcast, and I was a guest on his podcast multiple times. So much love to you.
Photo, I forgot about that. Mm-hmm.
That's hard. That hit us all hard. Every time he talked, like, I was listening to some videos, it was like he was preaching, but it wasn't preaching like a weird type of preaching. Like, he was singing when he talked at all times, regardless. Like, it was singing. His voice was singing
to you and not at you.
Yeah,
like that kind of preaching. Yeah. It was a sad day yesterday.
Yeah. But like I was saying, it's The Rock's superhero movie. It's like the gem. It's like the one movie he hasn't done yet. So he's gonna make sure that it's the best movie. And even his silly movies like Rampage is still fun to watch.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. So
I own it on Blu-ray somewhere. So yeah.
Or is it on your list?
No, I have it on Blu-ray. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, I remember. I think that's one of the last movies I've ever bought. No, actually, no. That's a lie because I didn't. I think the last movie I ever bought on Blu-ray is like Endgames.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count.
I know.
It's Endgame. Aaron, so we got Black Adam that's filming now, which will probably be ended in a week or two because The Rock is a masterful, crazy actor who like works 24 hours a day, doesn't need sleep. What else should we be on our radar?
The Witcher season 2 has just finished filming. I don't know if you saw The Witcher season 1.
I love The Witcher season 1.
I didn't know anything about The Witcher going into this. I've never read the books or played the games, but I like Henry Cavill, so I gave it a watch on Netflix, and yeah, it was good. I mean, I wasn't exactly blown away by it, but again, I didn't really know anything about the kind of lore.
The action though.
It was really good. Like, don't get me wrong, it was enjoyable, and I did have fun whilst watching it, but I didn't get to the end of it and think I have to see that again, or I can't wait for season 2. You know, like when it comes along, I'll watch it and I'll appreciate it, but I wasn't that great. Maybe I should go back and watch it again with obviously the second season coming along. I might go back and watch it again and see if my thoughts change or anything. Yeah. But yeah, it's something to look forward to either way. You know, with Netflix,
more entertainment. Yeah, we're in lockdown, so we might as well enjoy some, amazing money grabbing movies. And one more piece of news. You got something big? Anything big apart from WrestleMania?
Don't talk about that. It's still very sore. Phil.
I'm sorry.
I'm very upset.
Pouring salt in the wounds. I apologize.
Yeah. What? No, I'm not getting into it. Yeah. Speaking of Netflix and not WrestleMania, Sony have made a pact that they're going to basically sell their movie rights to Netflix, and the Netflix can stream them on their service. So you're looking at everything that Sony put out, including Spider-Man movies, Morbius, the Uncharted movie when that finally comes out.
If it ever comes out,
it will. I'm pretty sure they finished making.
Oh yeah, no, it's completely done. Tom Holland has said that it's a horrible mess, though.
Oh, did he?
No, I think.
No, that's another movie. Sorry, I apologize, folks. I got the Tom Holland movies mixed up. No, there was another movie that he said that was a horrible mess or something like filming or something like that.
It's probably that one with the mind reading.
Total Chaos. Yeah, Total Chaos, I think.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called because I didn't let it get into my brain because it looks like absolute nonsense.
Yeah,
I know he said about the Uncharted movie he was unhappy with some of the scenes that he shot because he's not really this big buff action guy, and that's kind of the point of that series. But yeah, go
ahead. No, go.
I was just going to say, that's if that movie does ever come out, we'll finally see whether he was right or wrong about it. So,
well, here's what I think. Because if they're smart. Because Tom Holland is younger and they go with the younger stories, and you have Marky Mark being Sully, but you have Nathan Fillion who could be acting more as like a kind of like How I Met Your Mother type thing, like he's sitting down telling a story. So you get the fans happy because you get Nathan Fillion in it, and he is Nathan Drake because he has the build of Nathan Drake in that. But Tom Holland plays the younger version, and you can work it because they both look like Nathan Drake, right? And they are somewhat similar, and fucking movie magic. Like he's older, whatever, who cares? But then you get him to play all the short, like the child, and as he grows up, and then boom, no one has anything to worry about. You get 4 or 5 movies, and then you move on to the next one.
I think that's one of the upsides to casting Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Although he wasn't 15, I think he was 18 when he was cast. But you can then look to the future. You have easily 10 years with that character. Whereas when they cast, say, Tobey Maguire, he was in his 50s or whatever he was. So they had a very short amount of time to kind of squeeze those movies in. So
yeah,
that's the good thing about
they're trying to squeeze in all those villains and heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Tom Holland is an established actor, and we all know he's good. So the fact that they've got him signed on so early, they've got 10, 15 years to get through this franchise, and they can tell a very long and compelling story. But the problem is, are they going to do that? Because it's Sony, so we have to wait and see.
As long as they allow Marvel to handle most of the story writing, yes.
Yeah, well,
like here's the deal. Like if I was looking at it, I'm like, if I'm Sony, I look at it and here's Marvel, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, everything that's Disney, and I'm like, they're doing a lot better than we are. We own one of their properties, right? Yeah, we have the rights to that. Look, here's the deal, Disney. You guys write the shit. You make it really good. We'll put in 50% of the production. You put in 50% of the production. And yeah, we split the profits. How about it? Yeah? Cool. And we get to borrow the man Spider-Man for our universe every once in a while because we want to fuck shit up over here. Cool with that? Yeah, cool.
We're making Morbius.
Yeah, we're making really ridiculous movies and trying to do a Spider-Verse universe over here, but it's not really working out. Can you help us with that? And so, yeah. So anyways, Sony is just silly. I would pretty much go over to Disney and be like, Disney, you want to give us some money? Because you seem to be able to make money just magically. Like Mickey Mouse just goes, click money, So anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about Kingpin. Because I was bad. I didn't do my homework this time around. So I'm going to ask you guys questions because both of you did your homeworks and watched this movie. I didn't.
Well, I'm going to watch next week. I picked the movie.
You picked a movie. For once, you picked the movie and you watched it. So that's amazing.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Jesus. I did not know there was going to be a test. This is so unfair.
As he watched the movie 5 minutes before he got on.
But that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to answer questions. I'm just here to look pretty and talk nonsense.
Well, answer your questions there, Gandalf. I'll just freaking
wow.
I'll pass.
I'm Gandalf the Red.
Beer to it. So
I'm Gandalf the Red. So the story is you got this drunk alcoholic coach that is Woody Harrelson that finds this Amish. It's all related. This Amish prodigy at bowling, and he tries and takes advantage of him to make money and relive his fame. Pretty much, that's the story, right, boys?
Yeah, he was basically a chronicle uprising bowling star from the 70s. He got into a fit because he did some shady stuff with the great Bill Murray, Big Earn or Ernie McCracken.
Yeah, Big Earn.
I love that. Yeah. Anyways, he got his hand pretty much massacred. And then 20, 30 years later, he finds himself finding another bowling chronicle in the form of an Amish dude. And yet they go on a road adventure to go to Las Vegas to win a tournament and make some money. And then lo and behold, there you go. That's a typical Farrelly brother movie.
Yeah. Aaron, what did you think of this movie?
I think the main thing that really stood out for me is when Woody Harrelson's character first meets Randy Quaid's character's family, and they're all sitting around the table. Ishmael, the character, his nan has exactly the same beard as Phil. That's the main thing that stood out to me.
That's so true. I didn't realize that.
Sons of bitches. I love
That's all I was thinking. That whole scene is just how she looked exactly like Phil. And yes, it was an old lady and it was not a man. I'm sorry, Phil, but it's right there for me to just kind of poke at.
Oh, yeah, the low-hanging fruit. It's okay. Take the low-hanging fruit.
Bravo, Aaron. Bravo.
Comment if you guys love my Amish beard, if you're watching live or you're watching on the replay. Let us know what you think of my Amish beard. Are you for it? Are you against it? I know if my family's watching this, you're not allowed to comment. I already know what you're going to say, and
I veto that.
You can't. I own this show. It's called The Phil Better Show, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we have watching? Let's see where they're watching from so I can call them out. They are watching from The Phil Better Show Facebook. No, actually, my personal. Thank you very much for watching on my personal Facebook. Thank you very much. Comment if you want to see something on the screen. I will definitely throw it up there. Oh, they left because I embarrassed them. I apologize. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, okay, so this movie cost $25 million to make and only cleared $38 million. So it was a bomb. It was a
Yeah,
complete.
it didn't make a.
Bomb.
It didn't make a. It didn't make that much of a dent, and because the
It was
previous
early
movie,
in their career. It was
but the first movie they made was Dumb and Dumber. So and then they killed it, of course, with Jim Carrey. But again, like you're talking about like with Woody Harrelson, he was kind of already a made comedian with his fame with Cheers and then doing other small like projects like White Man Can't Jump and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But he
was he in some controversy around that time or the starting of his controversy?
Probably. He probably did some stuff. I know he was always hopped up on the weed. So that's just Woody Harrelson for you.
Yeah.
But also, I think he did the movie Natural Born Killers.
That was a fucked up time in his life when Natural Born Killers, and then you had the Hustler movie.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great movie though.
Yeah, they were amazing movies, but like it's like the Joker situation, like Heath Ledger, and Jack Nicholson even said it, like it's a fucking hard character to be. You have to be able to separate. So
that's it.
Anyways, so you have Woody Harrelson. What did you think of his acting? Was it good? Was it okay? What did you want him to more of? And more love for people watching on the Feel Better Facebook page. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. How did you like Kingpin? What's your opinion? Aaron, what did you think of Woody Harrelson's acting?
I think the man is great. I want to say he doesn't get the props that he deserves, but he does. Everyone loves Woody Harrelson. I don't think there's anyone out there that doesn't love him for what he does. And this character that he plays is just, I mean, when it first starts out and he's in the 70s and he's got his skin tight outfit on and he's got his long hair and he's just adored by everyone. He's not kind of your Hollywood typical handsome leading actor, but when you watch in that moment, you think, God damn, this man is just so sexy. Like, you could understand why everyone's just obsessed with him. And then when you flash forward the 20 years and, he's balding and he's got that ridiculous comb over and, he's got the big beer belly and he's down on his luck. And you look at him and you just think he looks really disgusting. But I think that's credit to, like, the wardrobe people, but it's credit to him as well because he's playing the same character but in two very different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing how he's done that, how he's gone from top of the world to the bottom of the rung, and he's still acting his heart out, and he's just very impressive in this movie. Like that's what I was thinking anyway, because like I say, he's playing two completely ends of the spectrum, and he just nailed both of them.
Damn. That's why you're the movie king.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, that's why you talk about films. See, you do deserve the title of films. We were arguing before because he couldn't put on Twitter movies, and he was like, "But films seem so professional." You just laid down like the sweetest repertoire, if you will, of logical love for a character actor like Woody Harrelson. So yes, you do deserve the title of films, sir. That's why you are my go-to guy for movie love.
Just quickly, the only thing that annoyed me about that character is even after 17 years, he still wasn't used to his rubber hand and he kept knocking things over, and that really bugged me because you think after that amount of time he would be so used to it. But I guess it's part of the comedy that they had to put that in, but you would have been used to it by that point.
Easy jokes. Like they were going for the easy jokes.
Yeah, they're easy laughs and they're good laughs. They are funny, and I was still laughing at this movie, even though I've seen it thousands of times. But it's just that little thing where you just
if anything, you would be like a human would have fucking learned already. But in this movie, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, basically that's what I'm saying. I'll give it a pass, but it still bugs me.
Going on to Randy Quaid's character as the Amish person, as I point to my beard. Al, what did you think of his acting in this?
I think it's one of his better comedic movies. He had a great run at one point until he became insane in real life.
Which it happens to all great artists.
Yeah,
I'll blame the aliens.
After in Independence Day, shit just got real.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But what I
Continue.
like about Randy Quaid, because he's just kind of a delightful goofball.
Mhm.
He's so gullible. He's just opening his eye to the real world after he goes on this adventure with Roy Munson and Woody Harrelson. You kind of see. I know it's a little slapstick for him to go through a lot of the um, like the things that he's never experienced, like going to a strip club or taking a dump in a urinal, or like even like what you call it, when he was flossing. I thought that was a really funny gag. But I think at the heart of it, and what makes the movie great is the kind of weird dynamic relationship between Roy and Ishmael, like Woody Harrelson and Randy Quaid. Because in the end, he kind of what he became kind of like the big brother, of course, like spoiler. But I think with Randy Quaid, what he sells in this movie is kind of like, yeah, the goofball slapstick, but the sincerity of basically a big kid, venturing out into this real world, especially too when he's trying to save his little village from foreclosure, right? So it's just like he's doing this for the kindness of his heart. Plus, he loves bowling, but the thing is, it's like this is kind of his new venture, and it's like and it's kind of like 101 kind of like characterization of somebody like just kind of venturing out and exploring the world, like something like a Tarzan visiting like the city or whatever. But it's a delight, and he does make a great performance in the movie. It's just I think this is one of the better Randy Quaid performances that I can remember that I really liked.
All right. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Going on. We're coming up here to 27 minutes. We got some time though. Bill Murray as Big Earn.
Great villain, like comedy villain. He's up there with, to me, he's like up there like Shooter McGavin, Happy Gilmore. He's like 1, 2. So,
Yeah.
but Bill Murray, he's Bill Murray basically, but just as a sleazeball. And it's just like, again, when you see him in the future, when he's just with his comb over and him late, trying to like romanticize with the ladies and stuff like that. It's comical because it's Bill Murray at his peak.
Aaron.
I was just thinking, number one, the comb over and just how worse it gets throughout that bowling game at the end. And by the end,
the showdown. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just flying all the way over here. I just think that's brilliant. But yeah, the other thing is I can imagine they kind of got Bill Murray on set and said, look, this is a story. We need to get from this point to this point. Go. And he was Bill Murray, because that's what you're watching is just Bill Murray being, or like you said, he is an absolute sleazeball in this movie, and it's completely the opposite of what you imagine Bill Murray to be like. But he plays it so well, and he hits it on the head so hard that you believe that character. And you, like I say, I reckon they just said, go, be Bill Murray, be an absolute arsehat. And
here's the character outline. Here's the bones of the character. Create the character.
Yeah, you're a bowler, you're an asshole. It's your fault that this guy lost his hand, but you still went on and had success. So go and play with that. Oh, by the way, you like women, so there you go.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. So on Rotten Tomatoes, it's gotten a very bad thing. Out of 38 reviews, it's a 5.72 on 10. What do you guys give this movie? On 10. Aaron, how do you rank movies? Bowling pins. Here we go. How many bowling pins out of 10? Because there's 10 bowling pins. How many pins did you knock down in this movie? How many pins did this movie knock down for you?
Well, I'm not a very good bowler, but I would have gone for 9.
9 pins. Okay.
It's a close 10. I think because, where Al mentioned Dumb and Dumber, because of how great that movie is and what a complete and utter success it is, to have to go after that, it's nigh on impossible. But the fact that this movie was as good as it was, I don't care about the reviews. I don't care about the scores. I don't care about how much money it made, because all of that is criminal. This is an absolute brilliant movie. And the Farrelly brothers in that time were just in their element. And every movie I believe that every movie that they made at that time was just
pure
golden
gold.
and absolute, the movies that you want to watch as a comedy fan. So this one for me is just as good as Dumb and Dumber. It's not better, it's not worse, but it's as good. So
excellent.
yeah, it's a movie that I grew up on and I absolutely adore. So when you said Kingpin to me yesterday, I actually giggled. because,
I like that. I like that. Was it a little girly giggle through your?
Oh yeah, I'm not ashamed by that. I was very excited, just not just because I know this movie and I can talk about this movie, but that I get to watch it again as homework, as you say. And on my wall, there is a Kingpin poster around here somewhere, and I'm very upset that I haven't found it yet.
do have a Kingpin poster too somewhere. I just
Yeah,
there we go.
But yeah.
Al, so how many pins did this movie? Thank you, Aaron. How many pins did this knock down?
This is definitely a 10 pins. Like
strike. It hit a strike.
This is like basically a perfect game 300. So
shit.
But I have to be realistic too, saying that I think because in terms of the Fairley Brother movies, Dumb and Dumber will always be number one. There's Something About Mary will always be number two. So Kingpin will be number three for me. But the thing is, I can rewatch Kingpin constantly just because of the sheer joy, giddiness. Like there's a lot of gags in this movie that it's typical Fairley Brother gags that you could almost see in any other Fairley Brothers, in particular Dumb and Dumber, and There's Something About Mary. But it's just a great gem of a movie. I think it should. I call it underrated because of the reviews and stuff like that. But it is a great movie to watch because it's silly comedy at its best. So, and you can't go wrong with Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray. Yeah. So, it's all kind of basically Fairley Brother cliche jokes, which is always
but at
great
the
for
time
me.
it was fine because it wasn't. They hadn't had come out with their cliches yet. They were in the process of making it. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. So let me just jump onto this. I don't want to be here first. So first we're gonna go with Aaron. There we go. Aaron, where can my lovely fans and the lovely audience find you?
Just quickly before I do that, we didn't mention Vanessa Angel. I'm not really sure what there is to say about her, and she's sent from the gods. I am on Aaron Talks Films everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, anywhere basically. Just type in Aaron Talks Films and you'll find me anywhere, and hopefully a podcast soon. But
we're working on it, brother. We're working on it very soon.
We'll sort that out. So that's me everywhere. Aaron Talks Films.
All right, boom, Big Al, aka JLo's Next Bay. Where can JLo find you?
I'm in Montreal, baby. Just get you crawl under the border. Actually fly over your private jet. Go pick me up. We'll go to the Bahamas.
She has to check you out on the social medias. Where can she find you on the social medias, my brother?
You can find me on the Phil Better Show. No, but you can also find. I'm on right now. I'm pretty much streaming a lot on Twitch, so you can definitely find me on at DJ Overflow _MTL.
Are you live streaming tonight?
No, I was.
That, but whatever.
No, but I was. But the thing is because I kind of wanted to enjoy the last of our kind of freedom until we hit the 8 o'clock mark here in Montreal in terms of our curfew. Yeah. So and also I'm going to be streaming a lot next week because next week's my birthday. Congrats, so I'm going to be. I'm going to be streaming a lot just to kind of and put joy on myself and everybody. But also too, you can find me on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anything but Snapchat. It's at the DJ Overflow. I refuse to go on Snapchat.
All right. So Aaron, not Aaron, Al.
Yeah.
Do you know what movie we're reviewing next week?
Am I picking or are you picking? Well, no, you picked. Okay.
I picked it.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Tell the audience, or do you want me to tell the audience?
No, you tell Amish boy. Go ahead.
Okay, bye. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am, of course, Phil Better of the Phil Better Show, Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. Every week, twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can listen to me interviewing entrepreneurs who've actually made money in the digital world, and I get to ask them how they did it. And of course, you can listen every Saturday at 5 p.m. I believe it is usually. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to the Phil Better Show, where we talk movies and pop culture with my boy DJ Overflow, aka the artist formerly known as Al, aka JLo's Next Bay. And of course, we get our pop culture news segment, as always, from Aaron Talks Film, our man with the plan who knows so much. Get out of here. Why are you on the TV? I really need to hire a producer and have them do this. Next week, we have a special guest. I'm not going to announce it yet. He hasn't said yes, but I'm pretty sure he will. But we're going to be reviewing the original Evil Dead, ladies and gentlemen, with Sam Raimi, with the masterful Bruce Campbell, the King of Kings, the King of the Chin. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Phil Better. This is the Phil Better Show. Please tell your friends to follow us, share it with anybody you think will enjoy it. And as always, I thank you and invest in yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, goodbye.